Welcome back. Located in the heart of historic downtown Clarksville, Tennessee, the Customs House Museum is the state's second largest general museum. I'm joined by Melina Ludwig to share information about upcoming happenings at our museum. Welcome to the show, Melina.
Thank you for having me.
We're so glad you could come today and tell us about the Customs House. This is something that we've not talked about on our show before, but I think that it's a gem in downtown Clarksville that our military folks really need to know about. So why don't you just start by telling me what you do at the museum and how you help us get the word out.
Okay, well, I'm the Marketing and Media Associate at the museum. Well, let me tell you about the museum. We're a general interest museum, like you said. So what that means is we have a variety of exhibits. We have history, fine art. We also have science exhibits and children's galleries. Our children's galleries are really popular. We have something called the Explorers Gallery, and that has a variety of things. We have McGregor's Market. That's something that kids go into. They get their shopping carts. It's made out like a grocery store. They get different food and go shopping with that. We have a toddler area, a golf ball science exhibit, raceways. You race the golf balls down the tracks.
That sounds like a scientific exhibit,
yes.
Right? And I think the thing that's greatest about these children's activities is that you can do them even when it's hot outside.
That's right.
And even when it's raining. The museum is a great rainy day activity, and it's a great place to go if you want to have your children out of the sun and in the cool for a while.
That's right. We have people, they can stay down there for hours. You can entertain yourself for a long time down there.
Kids love it, but what about grown-ups? What are some things there that our soldiers and families might like to go to see, aside from all of the great things for children?
Well, we also have our model train exhibit, and that's really popular with all ages. The model trains, we have 2 displays of those. They run every Sunday from 1 to 4. It's completely volunteer run, so the volunteers come in every Sunday. They also rotate the displays, they rotate the train, so there's always something new to see down there. We've had Thomas the Train, Hogwarts, Harry Potter Express.
Wow.
We make it up for Christmas for the winter. So
these people who are into the trains are really into the trains.
Yeah, we have people that come in every Sunday to see the trains.
And then the displays in there are also maintained by volunteers?
Yes.
All of the train, I see it's all behind a glass case, and there's just something going on in there all the time while you're watching it.
Yeah.
You think you're watching this, but there's movement over here. And
yeah, when the volunteers come in, they run all the trains around the track at one time. It's one of our permanent exhibits, so if you want to see the trains on a different day than Sunday, they're still there. There's different buttons around the display case that you can press and make them do different things even when the volunteers aren't there.
Oh, that's great. One of the galleries that I love in the Customs House Museum is the one that's devoted to local sports. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, that's our Challenge and Champions gallery. We celebrate different sports figures from around Montgomery County. We have Wilma Rudolph, Jeff Purvis. We have, race cars, different things from the area.
There's a really neat display in there. The last time I saw, maybe it's not a permanent display, but of uniforms from a high school that look like maybe from the 50s or something. And
yeah, basketball.
That's pretty neat. That is really cool. Tell me about how people would come into the museum. I know there are memberships, and then of course there's day use fees, but there's some really great discounts for our military.
That's right. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. General admission is $7 for adults, seniors 65 and up, or college students it's $5, 6 to 18 is $3, under 6 is always free. But we do offer memberships, and we have a special military membership, and that's $30 for an entire year. And especially if you're going to come see the trains or come see our exhibits, we change up our exhibits all the time. It's a good deal if you come in often. Our military membership's $30, and what that does is get you admission for a year. It gets you a discount in our store. It gets you invited to all our membership events. We have exhibit openings that are for members only. And what's really special about the military membership is that if you have any family that you want to bring in, they all get in free. And if you want to bring in maybe some friends that haven't seen the museum before, every time you visit, you can bring up to 2 guests with you as well.
So a military membership at $30 a year is like, say, a husband, a wife, and a couple of kids. That covers the family to come into the museum as often as they want.
That's right.
All year long.
That's right.
That is an amazing price, and that's such a great thing that the museum's doing for our military, because I know you have regular happenings, like there's something happening for children on Thursdays in July, and I want you to tell me about that, but if you have a membership, you can come to those things for free.
Yep, and your whole family. Like if your parents come in from out of town, your cousin wants to see the trains, they can all come in.
That's super. Now tell me about the activities for children in July.
The activities in July are free for members. Every Thursday in July we have something called Brought to You by the Letter P. So this month, every Thursday from 10 until 4, she's doing crafts all day, different themes with the letter P like puppets and pets and I believe painting. She's going to have different staff members from the museum give demonstrations on different art. We're doing printmaking, painting, and also paper cutting.
So everything has to do with the letter P.
That's right.
That's pretty clever. I mean, it kind of makes you wonder, well, what letter will they have next month? That sounds like a great plan. I spent some time recently at the museum as part of a Leadership Clarksville tour, and I was just amazed with so much that was in the museum. But the other thing that was really fascinating to me was that we got to see behind the scenes in the warehouse of where there's everything that comes in and out of the museum. And there's so many things that there isn't room to put there. You have to have constantly changing exhibits to be able to see it all. So if you think you've seen it, go again because it's probably different.
Yeah, I think we have maybe over 30 exhibits every year. And we do have permanent exhibits, but we do have the ones that change out a lot. So pretty much every time you come, you can see something different.
Now, the museum has a Facebook page.
They do.
Where are some other good places to find out about what's new or what's happening at the museum?
Well, Facebook, we announce it more up to the minute. Of course, you can also go to our website, customshousemuseum.org, or you can just give us a call.
And recently there have been some changes to the structure of the Customs House. I know that there's an old section that had the ceiling raised. What else did they do in there?
That's right. The 1898 building, we were able to renovate in there. We took out the drop ceiling. We were able to restore it to where it was in 1898. We also refinished the original wood floors, made some more floor space in there, also downstairs in our children's gallery, more floor space.
And upgraded the air conditioning too.
That's right. A lot more comfortable for our visitors. So
one of the displays in the 1898 building that I love are the China flowers.
Yes.
As you walk in on the left, is that a permanent display?
Our beam porcelain birds, yes, that's part of our permanent collection, and we do have a big collection of those, so we rotate those as well.
That is just the place that I can spend the most time in there, just looking at the intricate detail in each one of those. Anything else you'd like to share with us before we close? I know there's always a lot going on at the museum. Anything we didn't get to talk about yet?
Well, also every month we have a program called Art and Lunch. In July, it's on the 12th. It's at 12:05, and that's free for everybody. Those go in conjunction with exhibits that we have on display. So the next month it's going to be on Monet and the Impressionists, and that goes along with Lori Putnam's exhibit.
That's right up my alley. Now, if that's at lunchtime, does that mean you can bring your lunch?
Absolutely.
Sounds like a great plan. I'm going to need to mark that on my calendar. Thanks so much for coming to talk to us today, Melina. I hope you'll come back again.
Thank you.
We really appreciate your being here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.
The Army Career and Alumni Program at Fort Campbell provides all retirees and those separating from the Army with a comprehensive briefing on the veterans benefits you've earned and the tools and skill set needed to successfully achieve your goals of obtaining civilian employment. From our specialized transition workshop, VA briefs, and seminars that teach you how to write a federal resume, to interview preparation, you have served your country well. Now, let us serve you. If you're ready to be successful in the civilian job market, let us show you how. Call us at 270-798-5000. And don't forget to look for us on Facebook. ACAP, creating your success story together.
Come out to Fort Campbell for the 2012 USAA and MWR Independence Day Carnival. Feel your heart race on one of the Bell City Amusement Carnival rides. Test your luck at one of the games of skill and enjoy traditional carnival food and beverages. On July 4th, be thrilled by the presentations from the 101st Airborne Division's Parachute Demonstration Team, the 50-gun State Salute, and a show-stopping performance by the 101st Rock Band. And no Independence Day is complete without the best and largest fireworks display in the area. The carnival runs from July 3rd to July 7th at the Division Parade Field inside Gate 7. July 3rd is Dollar Day, where all rides are only $1. July 4th through July 7th, visitors can purchase armbands or discount ticket sheets. For more information, call 270-798-7535 or visit FortCampbellMWR.com. Fort Campbell MWR, serving soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying tuned to MWR Life on Air. If you'd like more information on family and MWR events and activities, you can check out our website and Facebook page, pick up the latest copy of the MWR Family and Single Soldier Life magazines, or call our 24-hour recorded information line. You can join our text club by texting MWR to 68683 and listen to our radio show on 105.1 WVRY at 8:30 every Friday morning. We're live from Mugsy's Coffee Shop right out there on Fort Campbell Boulevard outside Gate 3. To receive weekly information to your inbox, please sign up to receive the MWR e-newsletter by going to fortcampbellmwr.com, click on MWR e-news, and then select Register for e-news. You'll start receiving the MWR e-news the following week. I'm Melissa Schaffner. Thanks for watching MWR Life on Air. We're supporting soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians with quality of life, events, and activities. We are your network of services. We'll see you next week.